Hello, welcome to this most recent episode of Generation BTS, the podcast where we review BTS albums. Normally, I'm Kristen.
Normally.
Not today. No, not today. No. Just today we're gonna go for a bit of a hybrid format, but we're still gonna review some songs. So we'll let you know what that's gonna look like. But first of all, I'm Christine. I've been ARMY for a year and 9 months, I'd say now. I'm 29, and with me, I've got my co-hosts.
Hi, I'm Leanne. I've been ARMY for over a year. I've just renewed my ARMY membership on Weverse.
Wow.
Great news. And I'm 33. Normally we do the age, then.
Aren't you 34?
Oh, fuck, and I'm 34. And I'm still lying about my age to myself. And I'm 34.
Okay. And also, we've got our other co-host.
Hi, I'm Natasha. I'm 19 and I've been ARMY for over 6 years.
Right, that is all of us. So, for those of you who listened to our last episode, you'll know that we're talking about You Never Walk Alone today. But just because we wanted to pad out the episode a little bit and not just talk about 3 songs plus one longer version of an old song that we've not covered, we thought we'd also add in some other options, which we also talked about last time, but we didn't know what we would add yet. But if you've looked at the episode title, you probably know this already. But today,
if you can read,
today we're going to also talk about the original soundtracks that the boys have created. So there are 5 of those, mainly created by the vocal linings of Jungkook.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're going to talk through those as well. We might do those first just because I think we'll still split the episode in 3, and structure-wise it just makes a little bit more sense to talk about the OSTs before the other songs. So yeah, if you're waiting for You Never Walk Alone, then we do apologize. It will be with you in the next few parts of this episode that we will put out.
And we wanted to put them together so that we had more songs to review for the awards, similar to what we did with
To Go for School.
Yes.
I think first we will talk a bit about what's been happening recently, and we've been fed enough updates that we can do these in member order.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop whoop. So, Kim Namjoon, he has been to Milan on fashion mission for Bottega Veneta.
And then went missing.
Yeah, and then he went missing.
Hashtag where is Namjoon?
Where is he? He was in Barcelona.
I was wandering around London in hope that he was having a secret.
It's because he did that weird British accent in that one interview.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
It turns out that was for a British magazine, so that'd be why I put on the British accent. But I was like, if he's anywhere wandering around those museums, he might be here. But then I had to go to Manchester. And then I was like, if it turns out that RM's in London and I'm in Manchester, I'm going to be raging. Great news. He was in Spain.
Barcelona, with his family. So that's good. But he did some interviews while he was there.
Yeah, and they're really good.
They're really good. Yeah,
they're
no.
really sweet.
Yeah, the one thing that stood out was there were a few questions that were a bit like, but isn't like the dark side of K-pop that you work too hard and blah, blah, blah. You're stressing each other out. And he was like, well, this is what we have to do because you guys were colonizing us for centuries. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Yeah,
we have to work hard.
He put those reporters in place.
They asked a song about ARMY dragging him down as well.
Yeah.
And he was just like,
no,
without them, what are we?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he was obviously very well spoken and
articulate.
Smart and articulate. So
they did say he was over there promoting Indigo, and I was like, what?
I know.
It was late.
Yeah,
so
I think
like,
he was just doing some interviews while he was there.
Interviews.
He said he went to a few of the museums, like the Prado. The Prado's in Madrid, actually, so he must have gone there too.
He did.
He went to
Barcelona.
I know. He went to Bilbao as well, because he went to the Guggenheim in Bilbao. I've been there. Nice. It's really good. But yeah, he did 3 interviews, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then
he dropped a banger.
Yeah,
well,
not today. Yesterday. No, not today.
Again?
Oh my god.
Nailed it.
Yeah. No, not today. Yesterday, his song with So Yeon, Smoke Sprite, was out. I've just watched the video.
I've watched the video a couple of times.
Yeah, it's
good. I found it difficult because of Hope on the Streets, which I'm just madly in love with. So I was a bit like, it's really like auto-tuning, it's loud vocal.
It's kind of a weird song. It's a bit alternative.
It's a bit like Sexy Nukim. But
yeah, Sexy Nukim really grew on me though. So I'm hoping this will be the same. Yeah.
And he's already number 1 on digital.
I saw,
yeah.
He posted
straight
on his,
to the top.
On his story. So,
that wasn't a click, that was my fingers.
That was a snap. I'll not get annoyed about it. Okay. Natasha, do you like Smoke Sprite?
I've not fully listened to it. I've just heard the little snippets on Instagram. Normally what I'll do is I'll listen to the snippets and then I'm like hooked and I'm like, oh, this is cool, let me listen to it. But with that one, it's not fully hooked. I want massively a fan. So I've decided to wait until it probably pops on autoplay on YouTube.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to love it, to be honest. So
Rock line solo, shocker.
Yeah, okay.
And it's really filthy.
Yeah, it's
the lyrics are
about the bed again.
Being in the bed.
Yeah.
That's his favourite place, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it's my favourite place for him. Fuck! I was gonna try and be less thirsty.
It's not funny. It's not funny if you're less thirsty.
No,
I'm
I'm
worried about everyone listening to it and thinking it's just a thirst monster.
I just need one episode that I can share, which is not this one, apparently.
No,
this one's out of the.
This one will be thirsty. Don't you guys worry. I'll monitor that. Okay. Next member up is Kim Taehyung. He is still in the military, but he saw Hobie and Jimin. They went to see him.
And they posted a little picture all together.
They did. Oh, cute. And they said he's been eating well.
And he sent us a White Day video with a little lolly.
Yeah, he did. He's doing his monthly videos.
Yeah, it's cute. He filmed it when he was with Coldplay.
Yeah.
He said he'd put a little bit of makeup on even though he didn't have anything to do that day. So that he could go. Actually, when we watched the R&B live, it was also Valentine's, so we got his chocolate as well.
Yeah,
so
we did.
And then we went on a date with JK. It was busy. White Day was busy for us.
Yeah. R&B Live was from a few years ago. It was the one from this album. But yeah, that's what Jin's been doing. He's been eating well, apparently. Yeah. And
he showed them a few little moves.
Yeah, Hobie.
No, let's not go on to Hobie.
No, we're not going to go on to Hobie. We're going to go on to Minyoongi. Suga has announced his tour.
Whoa. The crowd goes wild, Christine.
We manifested that, guys.
Christine,
in
what
the
happened?
Last episode.
Christine's password. Hashtag Big Plans Youngie.
Hashtag Youngie's Big Plan 2023. Yeah, that was my work password. It's not anymore because I had to change it again.
Because the big plans have been announced.
Yeah, no, because work makes me change it. but yeah, I was manifesting it for months. It happened. I was right.
And
it was
big.
What he was talking about in his New Year's speech, that he said he was going to do something big this year. And I was like, he's going to tour. And everyone was like, no. And no one else has toured. And I was right. So. Face. But yeah, and we've got tickets.
We did get tickets.
We did. And it's very exciting. I can.
What did you manage to secure, Christine?
Yeah, I got 4 VIP tickets with soundtrack. It comes with some like commemorative gift, I think, but I don't really care about that.
But also mainly you can see my soundtrack.
Yeah, I care about soundtrack and I care about like trying to be kind of towards the front, even though I think most of the floor is VIP.
Carnage.
Yeah, so I'm going on, I don't know if this will be out before then, I presume it will be, but I'm going on the 26th of April in New York, so if anyone's around then...
Yeah, Christine's going on her own.
Hit me up.
Christine's going on her own to the 26th. I'm flying out and we're going together on the 29th. But we're not going to check. We had another set of tickets because we gathered all of our army friends together to try and
and someone bought 4 but only needed 2. So
we took 2 of those and we're going to sit in block 2 together, so then at least you know, if she is dead or married when I arrive in New York, like I'm there for moral support, and I can go and see Youngie and then we can talk about it, and Natasha can be jealous because she's a student.
Yes, definitely jealous.
So yeah, any armies that are out in New York who happen to be fans of the podcast, do let us know.
Yes,
maybe I'll make some really nice army gifts.
Yeah,
because I wanted to do that for Busan. I'll add that to my schedule.
Yeah, we should do that. Come see us in New York if you're there. My only other thing about Youngie was, obviously he's been doing such a style, which I love, but my only other thing that I was going to mention was, do we think we'll get the album before the tour? I think he has to put the album out, but then I also think there's very little time for him between Jimin's album and his tour.
I think I saw something today about Bang PD at the shareholder meeting.
Yeah.
in that they release that quarterly schedule that gives estimates, and I think he is still for the first quarter, which means it's got to be before the end of April.
Yeah, I mean, what's the point of touring and then releasing an album? That just doesn't make any sense.
He's touring until June though, isn't he?
Yeah, but he wouldn't
I think
release
we might.
it, like,
what day are
halfway
you
through
there
the
for?
tour.
First day.
Wednesday.
Is that the first day?
It's the first day. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you might get it a week before if you're lucky.
Yeah.
A week
No,
before
I
day
think
one.
it'll be right before as well, but
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be after. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
No.
So yeah, that is what's been up with our boy. He's also done such a I think I can't remember which episodes we've already talked about, but they've been great. Watch those if you haven't.
And he did the TikTok with TXT.
Yeah, he did. He did some loads of TikToks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hobby.
Yeah. So the next one we'll talk about is J-Hope. He's going to be enlisting.
No.
Very sad time.
I cried.
Yeah.
I cried loads that day.
Yeah.
It's just making me really anxious because now it's like, oh, after they put out their stuff, they're going to go. And then it's like, well, Aaron's put out his stuff.
Yeah.
And now Jimin's putting out his stuff. And then Yoongi's putting out his stuff. And Hobby puts out so much content.
He does, including On the Street, which is a banger.
Oh, yeah, with J. Cole.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah. It's got loads of whistling. And yeah, J. Cole's there. He was there in the MV as well. People were excited about that.
And Hobby went to see him and brought him a present.
Yeah.
I wrote him a letter. A fan letter.
Yeah. And he got basically all of Hype to do his On the Street challenge.
He did.
Cool.
Everyone did the little choreo.
Yeah, including at time of recording, Jimin, Tae, and Suga have done it.
Yeah, Jimin, Tae, and Yoongi.
Not together, separately. And then loads of other people, like
including New Jeans,
TXT, La Seraphim,
and Hypen.
Yeah.
And the MV is really sweet, and he's all on the street. And I watched the making of. Oh.
Yeah, they had a little child, I think he was a boy in his video, that he was also patting on the head like Jin did. And
I think they're all going to have one.
Yeah, now people think that we're all going to have that and that they also might all do a song with their idol.
That's what Aaron's going to do is for L1. I know it.
J-Hope's, I did actually listen to it fully.
Proud of you.
Woke up, watched it, boom. And then I'm like, I'm going to put it on story. Totally forgot.
Did I put it on the story?
Yeah.
Someone's got to rep for the boy.
Yeah. Speaking of albums, Jimin's is coming out.
Fix.
Friday. Not tomorrow, not today. but Friday morning, we are getting
also,
the first track.
It will be out by the time you hear this.
Yeah, that's true. But now they know where we are in time. So Set Me Free is coming out on Friday. It sounds great.
Yeah, and you sent me the clip of where he'd done the screening that's like everyone can see him, but he can't see them. Ooh, did you not send me that?
I think what I sent you was an image of a panopticon, because that's what it looks like they're dancing in. But the basis of a panopticon is like it's a prison where the guard in the middle can see all the prisoners, but they don't know when they're being watched.
So I just said.
No, you said everyone can see him, but
he can see everyone, but they can't see him. Right, fine.
It's the other way around. Fine. That's what people think that it might be.
That's deep.
Set in. It's very deep.
Do you mean deeper than Vibe?
Yeah, definitely not hard to be, but but yeah. He said in his Vogue interview that he tried to really be honest and look within himself. So, but I don't want to spend too much time on Face because we're going to do a reaction. So we were right though in the last episode when we said it won't be out in February. It's too late now. Yeah, it'll be out in March. Yeah, continue to predict stuff and be correct about it.
What do you think of Jimin? Have you watched any of the clips, teasers?
I've watched the clips. I do quite like it. It's quite cool. It's giving like Black Swan vibes, and you know, I love Black Swan and the feet, so yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet there'll be some epic dancing.
Yeah, well, there's already epic dancing in we've got the little like teaser. Yeah, we'll do a reaction, so we'll talk about all that stuff then. Yeah, so he's done some vibes and a lot of magazine covers. I've collected all that stuff for the reaction episode, so we'll be talking about it more then.
I've watched the lives.
Yeah, me too.
When he did the one with the water.
Yeah, he did.
He always makes something.
Lego bear thing, and then he did one in like a little bowl type thing. So yeah, we're looking forward to Face. I think it sounds more like Lie than any of his other solos. It doesn't sound like Filter or Serendipity. It sounds like Lie, I think.
I hope we get a range.
Yeah. It sounds like On as well.
It does sound a bit like On.
With the like big stompy dances and stuff as well. Yeah. Kim Taehyung, he's had his cooking show out on Amazon. I haven't watched it yet.
I've not watched it. I've seen clips, like when the army leaves him a note.
I've seen clips as well of like random people being like, that one's in the band, he's super famous. Oh, the pretty one, the pretty one. Like,
I know, and someone said, is he in a band because he's so handsome?
Yeah.
I saw the one of the little army that left him a little written note that said, I love you, Kim Taehyung. She was only young, she was like a preteen, I'd say, but she didn't say anything, she just wrote a little note and then they handed it to him and he was like, he was touched. It was adorable.
I definitely want to watch it, I just haven't had time. But...
I also managed to catch V's live with Yongtan, because it was only on for a couple of minutes, but I was there when he ate his dog.
Oh yeah, well he's done a couple little lives, but they're always like 10 minutes or like 2 minutes.
You have to be there, be available.
Yeah, exactly. They're nothing like Jimin and Jungkook's ones. Speaking of Jungkook, he is officially back in action.
He's off Instagram.
We said he was AWOL last time, so we've manifested him back as well.
Yeah,
you're welcome. He has deleted his Instagram.
I know,
that's sad,
R.I.P.
but he has been spoiling us on Weverse Live, I should say, Weverse Live, with his karaoke and sort of music vibes sessions. Yeah. Always with his mood lamp, hanging out for hours and hours and hours.
And he did that 3-part one on White Day where he changed his outfits. Yeah. But then he cried at the end.
He said it was because he had rhinitis.
Yeah. And because he was drunk.
He was a bit drunk. He's been drunk a few times, but apparently he wasn't crying. He was because he had rhinitis. That's what he said, at least. Thanks for coming back to Weverse Live. I've enjoyed all your little sessions.
When we saw him at the gym and #the chair trended, but then that one's bittersweet because then the fans went along and he didn't like it.
No, yeah.
And stopped him at the gym.
Yeah, don't follow him at the gym, guys. If you're in Korea.
Well, yeah, and you've done us all dirty now. So you're not going to show us him at the gym again.
Exactly. Just ruin it for everyone. Boo you.
Thanks for listening. Boo.
On the Instagram, though, I said I sneakily predict he'll make a triumphant return to Instagram with his Calvin Klein ad.
His Calvin Klein.
We're going to manifest that as well.
Well, and we know that JK's had Instagram since 2016.
Exactly, yeah.
Thoughts on
did you watch any of his lives?
No, I didn't watch any because I've had to delete Weverse because I've got no storage on my phone.
Wow.
What a teenage problem.
Yeah. Most of the stuff I just saw on Instagram. All the memes and stuff for best bits.
Yeah.
Who knew Weverse Live was such a big app?
It is a big app. Yeah. All right, should we get started?
Yes.
Let's jump in. I've got a whole intro section.
Before we get started, should we thank our Instagram fans? Because we've got loads now.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. We do.
Yeah, thank you very much for following us and choosing Christine as your favourite.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, so Natasha ran a poll on our Instagram of which one of the three generations was your favourite, and sadly I didn't get any votes, which is really sad. I got a few votes, but only from my friends. Thank you, Ashley, for voting for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you for interacting with us on Instagram.
Yeah, please. If you're not already following us on Instagram, it is
at Generation BTS _.
Yes, join us there. We do loads of fun stuff, like reels and episode updates and loads of stories, like GIFs, little polls, little things, all the content that the members share. Yeah, so it's a fun place.
And we're thinking about another giveaway.
Maybe once we hit 1,000 followers.
Oh, or maybe for the year.
One. Maybe for a year. Yeah.
Right. Yes, now let's jump in.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Right. First OST. I had a whole big intro section about You Never Walk Alone, but obviously we'll do that once we start doing those songs. I think we'll just go straight for the OSTs. There's 5 OSTs altogether. V's done 3. One features Jin. Jin's done 1 on his own, and Jimin's done 1 featuring a different guy. A lot of the lyrics are in English for the OSTs, so we'll probably race through them a bit more than we normally do.
OST stands for original soundtrack.
Yes, original soundtrack, and therefore K-dramas, if that wasn't obvious.
Yeah, they're attached normally to dramas. None of them are attached to a movie, are they? They're all
all dramas, yeah. So we'll talk a tiny bit about the drama and what it's about the lyrics, and then just about whether we like it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like the OSTs in general.
Yeah, they're good.
I think they can be romantic songs that don't feel too cringy for me. Because they're not like to me, they're just about romance. So I can be like, oh, this is so beautiful.
They're definitely more romantic than their overall discography, because it's all about like, oh, this main romance storyline of the drama.
I know.
Let's think about this.
I like that.
Okay, nice. All right. The first one we will talk about is called It's Definitely You. It was released in 2016 for the show Hwarang, which V obviously starred in. Very cute. I've watched it. Most of it.
Harang's the reason we've not watched any more K-dramas together, because you've been watching Hwarang for as long as I've been Harmy.
Yeah, I have.
Which is a year.
It's long though. It's like 20 episodes of like over an hour per episode. Yeah, I don't have loads of like spare alone time where I sit and watch TV. But yeah, it is set in the 6th century kingdom of King Jin Taehyung of Shilla. I think I want to say it like that. In the show they say Jungkook, but in the subtitles Ossilla, Shilla. We've discussed Hwarang before actually, because Tae mentions them in the Pal Durgangsang, the Satori rap. If you didn't listen to that, the Hwarang were a group of beautiful warriors that were well educated within literature, poetry, and the arts. And in the show, they were created by the queen to strengthen her grip on the throne. In the midst of the Hwarang was the queen's secret son, who was meant to be king, but she doesn't want him to be king, essentially. She's like, you have to be secret. So the king is there as one of the Hwarangs, but no one knows that he's the king. And there's also a commoner among the Hwarang, and he's posing as the son of the doctor. He's sort of the main character, and he's played by V's Wooga Squad friend, Park Seo-joon. Tae is also one of the Hwarangs in the show. So obviously he's very beautiful. The doctor's daughter, who is posing as the main guy's sister, she's sort of the caretaker of the Hwarangs. But predictably, while posing as brother and sister, they sort of develop this romance.
Do they know they're brother and sister?
No, they're not brother and sister.
Right, fine.
He's posing as the son of the doctor, but he's not actually the son of the doctor.
Got it. Yeah. Sorry.
He and his friend go into the capital because the friend is the son of the doctor. But then they run into the king and they see the face of the king, and then the king's like, no, I must kill you. No one's chosen on my face. Well, the queen decides this. And then the main guy, Park Seo-joon, decides to avenge his friend that got killed because he saw the king, and to do that, he joins Hwarang and poses as the son of the doctor. So it's very, very complicated, but that's essentially what it's about. So I think the song is mainly about this romantic connection between the sister and brother, who's not actually her brother. Yeah. It starts with verse 1, sung by Jin, and it goes, in my cracked heart, your cold sighs, like a slowly withering flower. This damn love, because of you, I can't move, even if I'm hurt. Even if I die, it's definitely you. Without you, tears fill up my heart. It's just black hell. To me, that's who you are.
Oh,
Actually, I think they take turns singing it. It's not just Jin, it's both of them that sing the first verse. Yeah. So it's all about how it's definitely you.
It's you, even if I die, it's only you.
Yeah. And then the chorus goes, don't leave me, turn the footsteps of your heart back to me. I really want you. I put my life on the line. Take me into the scattered light, to the end of the world. Na.
I hate the na.
Really?
Yeah, I hate them. I feel
There's
like
I
think it just really cheapens
OSTs.
it. And like when they're doing, the practice, it's just like na. I'm like, well, get them out. I think it cheapens it.
Yeah, and then they go, it's gotta be you, na 3 times. Whoa, I can't let go. Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Thank you. Yeah, and then verse 2, the key of my fate that I gave to the sky, it's in my hands again. I swallow in a long sigh and burn up my soul. Very dramatic. So I can have you. This damn love, because of you, I can't quit even if I'm hurt. So in the show, he actually does get hurt trying to defend this doctor's daughter a few times. Yeah. So
like really hurt?
Well, they try and shoot her with a bow and arrow, and he like jumps in front of her. And then also they go to a different city and she gets caught as like one of the prisoners along with a lot of farmers. And then the king of that other city was like, well, if you don't tell me who's the secret king of your city, then I'm going to kill all these farmers. And she's like one of the farmers. So at first he actually kills 5 farmers, and then they're going to go for the next 5 farmers, and she's one of them. And then he goes like, I'm the king, even though he's obviously not the king.
He's not, and then risks his life for her.
So yeah, this
because even if he dies, it's only her.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because of you, I can't quit even if I'm hurt, even if I die. It's definitely you. Without you, I have no blood or tears.
Or sweat.
I've become a dangerous shadow. To me, that's who you are. And then they do the chorus again, but with a second different chorus added. So then they go, I'll sacrifice myself to protect you. She obviously does in the show. I will make this crisis into an opportunity. You are my best decision. Nothing can stop me. Take me into the scattered light, to the end of the world. No. It's gotta be you. No. So yeah, that's nice. That's it. I've noticed these OSTs, there's not loads of lyrics in them. There's usually just verse, chorus, and
well, because they only ever play real snippets in them, don't they? Do they play like they do with Christmas Tree, like not every episode, but like every 3 or 4 episodes?
Yeah, they do play it a few times.
I love that.
There's a good thing about the K-dramas when you get the same songs over and over again, because then you can like get into them.
You can get into, and you know, it's like this is the romantic moment now because we're playing the OST.
Although actually, this song isn't the one that they use for the romantic moments in Varang. There's a few songs that they play over and over again. I've said this song is nice and catchy, but I don't think it's the best song in Varang.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a song called The Divine Move by a guy called Yang Yusob, which just absolutely slaps. Every time it comes on, I'm like, yay!
That's the Harang song.
Yeah.
I really like the way that they do the vocal pairing. I think their vocals really work well together.
Yeah.
And minus the na-na-na, when they come in on the it's gonna be you, I'm like, oh, this is nice. It is better as a duo.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Do you like it, Tash?
Nah, it's not for me. It's not good. Like that thing with no. It's a bit,
It's a bit basic.
I mean, it is a little simplistic compared to like your average BTS song, but it's okay.
Who wrote it?
Oh yeah, we didn't say.
Oh my Jesus Christ!
So it's definitely you. It was written by Kim Taehyung and produced by Oh Jun-sung.
Good for them.
Yeah.
It's nice. I thought you might feel better about it because you'd watched Haran.
Yeah.
So I definitely feel like better about the ones for the dramas that I've watched. But I've only watched one. But maybe that's just a particularly good one.
I think that's it, yeah.
But then I really wanted to watch It's One Class after I saw the clip today. That looked great. So I watched all the little videos.
You watched the MVs? Yeah, so in the Google Doc, there aren't really a lot of performances for these, except for this song, there is one. But yeah, we've linked all the MVs, quote unquote, from the shows where there's just clips of the shows with the song. So yeah.
And I think this one's got its own merit in that V really wanted to do some acting. He could have done the OST on his own. He didn't. He did it with Jade, and they do the pairing of the vocal together. Yeah. We can talk about the Bangtan bomb in a bit, but like it's very clear at that time everyone's like mega excited about being in Harang and being able to do that, and they're all like talking about it. So I think it's got value in that.
Yeah,
even if it's not super deep.
Yeah, and it also is from around the time of the album, actually, because when we watched Arm's V Live for You Never Walk Alone, he kept being like, yeah, so I'll get off now because Harang's about to come on.
Yeah, I need to go watch Harang.
Yeah, which was really cute. So yeah, you've sort of alluded to it. I think we can move straight into the performance. So they performed it once at 2018 Festa, the prom party. I've linked that performance in the Google Doc. The audio is really crap, so I'm sorry about that. But
it's the official one, right?
It's the official video. So yeah, sad times. There's no better ones. But they wear some really lovely robes. I think it's like a subtle nod to the Varang outfits. Because in Varang, they obviously, because it's a period drama, they wear the really traditional like robe-like outfits and have the long hair and stuff.
And they both got fluffy hair.
Yeah, and Jin does really well on the high notes, I think. I think it's the final chorus where he does a lot of like ad-libs and high notes over when Tae sings. And I was like, wow, this is really good.
And V's trying to flirt with him a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Jin's sort of into it, but not always.
V's very flirty at the end. They both look very confident and sexy as well.
I was going to say, how is V in Harang? Is it distracting watching V in Harang, or does he fit within? Because I know he's like mesmerizingly beautiful. So surely stood next to everyone else, you just can't focus on anything. But you said that the main character is also really handsome.
Yeah, well, a few of them, obviously it's a show about like the most handsome
men.
warriors. Yeah, exactly. So
well, why is
they're all
not in it?
Pretty handsome because he's not an actor. Yeah, so they're all really handsome, but yeah, V is his character is very silly.
Ah, right.
So he is a bit childlike and sort of throws a bit of a fit every now and then.
Oh.
And you know, he's meant to be a warrior because in the show he's the last true heir of his family. But then he's got like a half brother or like what's it called, like a bastard brother.
Yeah.
Who is much more into the fighting and stuff.
And
then there's loads of scenes where he's like, I don't want to do this. I just want to look at the stars and the flowers and stuff. He's like the Fox Ferdinand, where he's like, I don't want to fight anyone. I just want to look at the flowers.
Ooh.
So
he's a good actor.
Yeah, I thought he was a good actor. He's got some serious scenes as well. Yeah, I thought he's good. He's not in it loads. There's like 4 or 5 Hwarang guys who are like the main Hwarang guys that you see. They all live in a room together. Of the other Hwarang guys, Tae's there most of the rest of them.
Does Tae have a love interest?
No.
Well,
actually, I'd say there's a few characters in it that are borderline camp, I'd say, and I'd say he sort of kind of develops not a relationship, but like a friendship with one of the other kind of camp guys. And then there's one scene at the start where they're all like sleeping in their Hwarang house, where Tae comes into their room in the middle of the night being like, I can't sleep, I want to sleep here with you guys. And then there's also one scene where I think it's when Park Seo-joon's character goes to the other city to like help them. He's like, oh, I'm gonna miss you so much, I like you so much, and blah blah blah. And the others are like, how can you say that, blah, blah, blah. You need to like,
he's not a manly man.
No, exactly. Yeah, he does a good job, I think.
Nice.
There is a Bangtan bomb as well, which I've included because it's very cute.
Very sweet.
Yeah. So they're practicing for performing the song, and clearly they've forgotten all the lyrics.
I'm so jealous of the girl that's filming.
Yeah. There's a long sequence at the start where Jin and Tae are trying to remember the lyrics, and Tae does a way better job than Jin.
And Jin just goes, Kim Seok-jin.
Yeah, na Kim Seok-jin. Yeah.
Maybe that's how he remembers the melody.
Yeah, I think so. There's a bit where Junie asks if they're going to perform it in Hwarang outfits.
Isn't it Jimin that asks?
No, Junie asks them first, and then Jimin asks later.
Okay.
And so Junie's like, are you going to perform it in the Hwarang outfits? And they're like, no, they told us to just keep it simple. And then Junie's like, well, it really should be in the Hwarang outfits. Yeah, I think it should be.
And they all pretend to wield the sword.
There's a scene of them practicing in the dance studio, and Jin's not there, so Jimin's like filling in. And all the others are there, which is weird. But then they just like pretend to sword fight in the background.
Yeah, and at one point, like Junie pretends to ride a horse, as does JK, in a very different way. Yeah. Like Junie's just like thrusting around, and then JK's actually like prancing on a horse. It's adorable, and that's that Bangtan Bomb really sort of set that song for me, and that actually this was a really valuable thing. Yeah,
so then there's another rehearsal in the Bangtan Bomb where Jin is there, and then Jimin keeps being like, when you perform it, you should hold the swords.
They love it.
Yeah. And then when they get on the stage rehearsal, Tae's playing air guitar through the whole thing.
Yeah, which is very sweet.
Very sweet. And then Jimin's fanboying with his hand between the curtains.
It's just really cute.
Really cute.
Yeah, it's so really cute and silly.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah, the Bangtan Bomb probably is the highlight, I think.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's because we weren't really around at that time, right?
No,
and short of having watched all of Hwarang, which I thought you might feel differently about the song had you watched it. I didn't know there was another slapper in there.
Yeah, honestly. It's the one where they go, oh, all the time, if anyone's watched it. I like that one more. But yeah.
That's cute.
Okay. Shall we go on then?
Yeah.
Sweet Night. So, Sweet Night.
On my pillow. Terrible. Go on.
All right. Sweet Night was recorded by V and was written by His Noise V.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Cute. Adora and Michelle, I think is Michelle Lindgren Schultz. And it was produced by His Noise and V.
Have they produced?
Yeah.
They've done Writing with Adora before. Yeah, I really wanted V to have written some of Christmas Tree as well, but he hasn't.
No, he didn't.
The fact that he's written some of this, shout out to my boy.
Honestly,
great job, V.
Yeah. So Sweet Night was recorded for Itaewon class, which we stayed in Itaewon when we were in Korea, guys, if you don't remember. But his friend from Hwarang, who's also in his Wooga squad, Park Seo-joon, starred as a lead character. So yeah, there's a theme there of Tae recording songs for his Wooga squad friends.
You asked me to look into Itaewon class, didn't you? So Itaewon class is one of the ones that we've not watched. But we did stay in Itaewon. So when I watched the little MV, he was like running and then stopped to look out at Namsa, and I took like 5 screenshots that I was going to send to the group. So yeah, so I watched the little clip and then I did a bit of a look into what it was about. From the clip, it really gave me like friend vibes, like 5 or 6 friends, and one of them wants to open a pub or a bar in Itaewon, and then how the romance comes out of that. So it felt very like teen, early 20s, trying to sort of up on your own. But then when I read the blurb, it sounds darker.
It's dark, yeah.
It sounds darker than the MV. So it was like, due to an accident which killed his father, Park Seo-royi, who was played by Park Seo-joon, attempted to kill another guy.
He attempted to kill the son of the Janga group's founder.
Yeah. So then he was jailed.
It wasn't just because this guy was a douche. It was because the Janga group, his father had been killed in an accident that they were involved with, I think. So that he was trying to kill the Janga group chairman's son to take revenge.
So then he was jailed, and the woman he loved was offered a university scholarship by the Jang Dae-hee, and later became the strategic planning head of the Janga group. So after his release from prison, he opens a bar in Itaewon called Dambam, but also he wants to seek revenge towards the Janga group. However, he's not too smart at managing his business. He meets
a girl
who's played by the same girl who's in Our Beloved Summer.
Really?
She's a brilliant actress. She's so adorable. I want to see her in Itaewon class.
What's her name?
Kim Tae-mai.
Okay.
And then it's about their romance and how they fall in love.
Okay.
But it looks really great.
Yeah.
I think we're going to watch it.
We will watch it, yes. So the song is entirely in English, which I did not understand when I was listening to it. Not going to lie.
Sometimes you just assume it's not, right?
Yeah, exactly. But we'll race through the lyrics because of that, because there's nothing we need to translate for you guys. It starts out with, "On my pillow, can't get me tired, sharing my fragile truth," which I thought was my friendship trip.
Well, that makes sense for the trailer, because they are real friends.
Yeah, and he goes on friendship trips with Park Seo-joon and all his friends, exactly. So
nice.
So yeah, it's sharing my fragile truth that I still hope the door is open, because the window opened one time with you and me. Now my forever's falling down, wondering if you'd want me now. And then
I think that's about when he's in prison.
Yeah, but then it's a different girl though, isn't it? I thought it was like, he might have met and rejected this girl and then been like, actually, I do like her.
That happens all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And then he goes into the very lovely chorus saying, "How could I know? One day I'd wake up feeling more, but I had already reached the shore. Guess we were ships in the night. And then there's a lot of yeah. We were ships in the night. And ships in the night, if anyone doesn't know, refers to an expression originating from the Theologian's Tale by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, which states, "Ships that pass in the night and speak each other in passing, only a signal shown and a distant voice in the darkness. So on the ocean of life we pass and speak one another. Only a look and a voice, then darkness again and a silence."
So yeah, I know the ships passing in the night, but I didn't know it was from that. Like they just pass and then they do one little flash and then they go off just to let them know, like, I see ya, bye.
Yeah, exactly. Sad. So he's saying that they happened to cross each other and sort of quietly acknowledged each other, but then have gone separate ways.
That's so K-drama.
Exactly, yeah. So presumably he sort of fears it's too late for them to get together. But yeah.
He's wondering, are you my best friend?
Verse 2, "I'm wondering, are you my best friend? It feels like a river is rushing through my mind. I want to ask you if this is all just in my head. My heart is pounding tonight. I wonder if you're too good to be true. And would it be all right if I pulled you closer?" Wow. And then they do the chorus again, and then the song ends. So, yeah.
It's really great.
It's really nice. I like Sweet Night a lot. Yeah.
I've got a lot of time to Sweet Night. And it's such a beautiful vocal for V.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Listening to these OSTs, I couldn't be more excited for V's album.
I know.
We've talked about this a few times, but I've turned a real Taehyung corner. I'm now like mad for V. I think of all of the vocalists, V might be my favourite.
Just like...
No, that's the one that I'm most excited for.
Right,
like,
okay.
I love Jimin, I love Jungkook, I love Jin. But, like, for V's album, I'm literally like... And it's not about... I get he's super handsome and he's got his own personality and blah, blah, blah. All the things that V adds, I really, really value. But actually, the sound of V's voice and that soft, soothing jazz...
He's got, like, a velvety quality
it's like silk running through my veins. Yeah, these were...
And he's able to, like... I know Jin gets a lot of credit for his emotional singing, but V does a really good job on these soundtracks.
And the, like, low timbre. Oh.
Yeah. So this one... I didn't say, but this one was out in 2020, so much more recent. So V would have had a lot of time to develop his voice before this one.
Yeah. Brilliant. Yeah. Beautiful. Can't say enough about it.
And I like the Ships in the Night reference. It works beautifully with the rest of the lyrics about the shore. I thought,
about the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I really want to watch this K-drama
now. And it's got a lot of high notes, but they're not like belting high notes. They're like really careful high notes.
Yeah, it's just really well considered, which he would have been part of because he helped produce it.
Exactly. Yes.
Vivi, you better like it.
No, it's sad, but it's not like a sad banger, you know?
It's not sad, it's romantic.
No, but like this voice is very like, not for me.
Do you like any of these OSTs so I can manage my expectations? Because I love them all. Right, fine.
Okay.
Fine. I'm not going to be like, this one she's going to like.
From Itaewon Class, there is an OST that I do like. It just don't include BTS.
See, that's the same with me and Farang. There's another song that's better. Maybe we'll have to watch Itaewon Class and then we'll get back to
we'll see.
Our favorite
I
songs.
think that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can't believe you don't like it.
And it's a nice one. I really like it, and you really like it.
Yeah.
So that's good.
So that's good. Shocker.
It's okay.
We love it. Natasha hates it.
Yeah.
Just keep tuned, guys, for other.
All right. Next song up is yours. Natasha, take it away.
It's yours, Natasha.
Yes,
right there.
It is. I would just like to say I have a bit of a sore throat, so if I sound a bit funny, it's because I'm struggling to breathe.
Thanks for managing expectations.
So, yours is written by Kemi and Jida and produced by P-Dog.
No, produced by Kim Taehyung and Midnight.
On Spotify, it says produced by P-Dog.
Does it?
Oh.
I just Googled it to be. I looked at a few different articles and they all said Kim Taehyung and Mida. This says it's produced by Slow Rabbit. But
what? Maybe Slow Rabbit.
Yeah, this one says
P-Dog.
producers Kim Taehyung Midnight. The internet differs on who produced it.
Produced it.
Find out yourself who produced it.
It could be Slow Rabbit.
Could be Slow Rabbit.
Not really 100% sure, but some say P-Dog, some say Slow Rabbit, some say some other people. Find out yourself.
But if anyone knows, do write in.
The email address is generationbtsalbums@gmail.com.
Nice.
I'll tell you a little bit about
Jerusalem, yeah.
It's set against the backdrop of towering views of the mountain, and it's a story of the rangers that work at the national park who climb through unexplored regions trying to rescue survivors or lost trekkers. The drama is centered around a mystery surrounding the mountain's many visitors who come to kill and those who come to end their lives.
Ooh.
Wow, okay. Jiri is a mountain, right? That's San in Korean is mountain. So it's Mount Jiri. Apparently there's a experienced mountain ranger who's female and she has a rookie with her who's has some experience from the military who joined the rangers after experiencing a horrific incident on the Jiri mountain. And then there's also a third male ranger. So I'm sure there's some romance between... I think it's between probably her and the rookie, not the third guy, because I didn't really talk about him.
Yep, so it starts off saying, "The day deepened, my shadow grew longer. The sun is setting far away. I guess I'm wandering in the darkening darkness. Am I trapped here, still breathing? Have to get there." I guess if you'd actually watch the drama, it probably makes more sense. I'm not very K-drama type of gal. I've watched one and it were enough to not do no more.
Anyway, It has a lot of like nature imagery, so I thought it was like about a love story, but like using the imagery of the mountain.
Because they're in the wilderness.
Exactly, yeah, that's where it's set. So that makes sense to me. But I think we probably, again, need to try and watch it potentially and get back to you guys on whether it makes sense for the drama, which I'm sure it does. But yeah.
Some reflection. We could have done.
We could have done.
Yeah, and it's not very long to watch 4 K-drama.
No, exactly.
5 K-drama.
Yeah.
And then it says, every day you seem too far away. Every time you do, I tell myself, waiting here. Every night I see you in my heart. Every time I do, I end up crying. If I call you in the dark, what I hear is my deep breath. And then it goes rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta for like a while.
Yeah, that one.
Which has got similar vibes to the na-na-na-na-na-na.
Well, they do like a little la 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 section.
Yeah, it's just to go in the back, right?
Yeah. There's in Sweet Night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It must be like a K-drama specialty.
Yeah, a little trope.
And then he says, where time has stopped, I have to turn everything back now. Every day you seem too far away. Every time you do, I tell myself, waiting here. And then he says, where the shimmering sun breathes, I still stop like this. And then, rat-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta.
Yeah, there isn't that much lyrics to this. I also just wrote like, and then he does the chorus again, and then la da das. And that was it, really. What do you think it's about?
I guess a lot of poems I've read put like love into perspective of nature or like seasons in general. Where they'll put them into stuff like that. Like, I give you an onion. That's kind of food. You've never heard of the like, what's that person who's the like head poet of England? What are they called? They like change it every time.
The poet laureate.
That's it. There you go. The one by.
I think there's a few poet laureates.
This one's a woman. This one's it. Carol Ann Duffy. That's I give you an onion.
Okay. Yeah.
I guess it's a poem of love. Rat-ta-ta-ta.
Yeah. No, I think you're right about the nature metaphors. That is something that they do a lot in poems.
We met in the spring and we broke up in the winter.
Yeah. I remember when I was in Paris, we did some French poetry, and that was all about like, oh, I lie in the field, and then there's the blue river, and then there's you, and blah, blah, blah. So there's a lot of imagery that's sort of given to you via nature. I think that is probably what it's trying to do.
I don't think they end up together. Every day you seem to far away. Every time you do, I tell myself I'm waiting for you. I cry and I call for you in the darkness.
Well,
she never arrives. He's never like, I found you, we're together.
He was just trying to keep the drama exciting, you know.
Unless the rat-a-tat-tas, the reconciling. I think it's about longing rather than romance.
Yeah, but in K-dramas in general, they tend to end up together, don't they? I think
they will end up together, but maybe this song's not about them ending up together. This might be the longing song.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant, as in like they're trying not to spoil the drama for you by being like, yeah, and then I met you and it was fine.
V meets them in Sweet Night.
No,
they're just ships in the night.
Ships in the night.
Still ships in the night.
There's no like, oh yeah, great. I thought it was too late, but now we got together and it's lovely. Yeah.
Fair.
I was gonna say maybe she's an independent woman. She's a boss bitch. She don't need like no man. She's off on that search mission on her own, thinking like this idiot.
Why is he always calling me in the darkness?
I wrote that I thought it was a song about a guy who's struggling to get to a place where presumably the one he loves is there, but he feels stuck. That's very
We've nearly done a year of this. This is some really in-depth analysis from all of us. Josh thinks it's about an onion. I think it's about logging. Christine thinks it's about someone who needs Google Maps.
No, he's trying to get to a place, but he feels stuck. He's not actually stuck. He's not like, I don't think he's lost. But he feels it. He feels like he can't get there. But I'm guessing this relates to the drama. Yeah. And there's a lot of sun metaphors I also wrote, because he goes like, the sun is setting. I guess I'm wandering here in the dark. And then he goes, the place where the rising sun breathes.
And he's trapped.
Yeah.
I'm trapped here, the sun is setting. Yeah.
Yep.
What do we think of it vocally?
I think that's where we need to
Let's
hang
move
on. I think we need to hang our hats on the vocals, guys.
Yeah.
Vocally, I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it as good as some of the other Jin vocals?
There's a little like different section before the last bit of that la la la's that I think is really good, where he goes na 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 da da da. Yeah, that bit. I think that's good. And he's got like, I thought the song was going to be really emotional, maybe partly because of the like cover image that they used for it, but also partly because of Jin's very emotional vocals. But then I was like, oh, it's just about a guy who's lost and trying to get
lost. It's a guy needing Google Maps.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the vocals are good. Do you not think they're
No,
good?
I like the vocals. I've got my favourite Jin song that I'm just trying to remind myself of what it is. I think it's called Awake.
The one from Wings.
I don't think it's as good as that.
No.
But I think it's up there.
Yeah, same. It's no Epiphany.
I agree. Epiphany's better.
And Moon.
Moon is good. Yeah, you like Moon.
I like Moon. I listen to Moon when I'm in the bath.
Mm-hmm.
So overall, vocally good, but not the best.
Not your best work, Jin.
Lyrically, all right.
You didn't write
Any
lyrics.
guesses on where the skip's sitting? Should we move on?
Yeah. Let's continue and not spoiler ourselves. Yeah, Jin's one.
Good.
If anyone is a yours stan and would like to fight the good fight on behalf of yours, please write in and send us a voice note of why you think yours is great, and we'll include it in the next episode.
Oh, yeah.
If you want to fight, I have a picture of Jin on my wall 2 times. You can't come for me for not liking yours.
Yeah.
Team King suck Jin as well. They're a big team.
Yeah.
They're a big team.
No shade on Jin, honestly.
No shade on
just,
Jin.
To be clear, I don't think any of the OSTs really. I don't know about you, what you guys have done with your awards, but I don't think any of the OSTs like measure up to the.
No.
BTS
I
discography.
no. I feel differently about some of mine.
Let's move on then. Christmas tree.
Christmas tree.
Are you doing that one? Did you watch that drama?
Yeah, I did. I watched I Love Summer.
Yeah.
Which is a brilliant K-drama. I did do a bit of a Google, a bit of research about what it's about, but I think it's about way more than what it says. It says, I Love Summer, the series is a coming-of-age story about a former couple who are forced to come together again when a documentary they shot in high school goes viral.
Oh. What did you think it was about?
Well, it's about a lot more than that. So it is true. There's these 2 kids in high school. So she's the best performing student in the school and he's the worst performing student in the school. And a camera crew comes and follows them around when they're like high schoolers. So maybe even 13, 14, 15, 16. Right. And she's super, super academic and he's just a bit of a waste of space. And they always argue and bicker. And then some of the clips start going viral like 10 years later. Mm-hmm. And then it comes back to them 10 years later and she's working like a normal job as like a events project manager. Mm-hmm. And he's this really successful artist. Oh. So he's like...
Every time.
Yeah. Every time. The man just straight flip. Yeah. But he's like a really tortured artist as well. So he's got like really bad insomnia and he makes these really sad and lonely pictures that he draws like all night, and he's got like an online persona that his friend manages so no one knows it's him. Mm-hmm. And then they come back together and then you find out that actually they dated after high school, so they dated all the way through university, and he only went to university because she wanted him to. Mm-hmm. And then they broke up because ultimately she's from like poverty and she ends up like just pushing him away and breaking it off with him all of these times. Mm-hmm. Because she's carrying all of this poverty shame and he's from quite a well off family. But then when they reconcile, they're still really, really sparky. But it's sort of like this couple who, like, on the surface of it, seem quite standoffish. But then you see these beautiful clips of them when they're together, like when they're at university, and you can see that he just adores her. He adores her, and she's a bit cold. But then, like, there's this one scene mm-hmm. where he wants to go see the cherry blossoms, and she says, no, it's a waste of time. And then he's really sad about it. And then she comes back later and she's got a handful of the cherry blossoms and she scatters them all up and then they kiss. And it's just glorious. Mm-hmm. And then they end up falling back in love, obviously. Mm. So it's really great. He's really tortured. And he reminds me of RM because he's like an artist, but a tortured artist. And he's really in his feelings. And then you get this really beautiful soundtrack from V when it comes on loads. We can do the lyrics. Yeah. It was written and produced by Nam Hee-sung and Kim Taehyung. It's also, one of the number 1 on Christmas playlists.
It was added to more Christmas playlists than All I Want for Christmas Is You, I think. Yeah.
Because all the armies went onto all the Christmas playlists.
Yeah.
Started adding Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And it's been all the playlists that you have to make during streaming.
Yeah, and it was only out in 2021. So it came out just after Christmas. I remember I put it on. I was in my mountain cabin in Norway, and it came out on the 26th, 27th, I think. And yeah, I was listening to it, and I was like, oh, lovely Christmas song. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, so the lyrics go, in this moment, I see you. It always comes around as I believed. When the rain stops, you shine on me. The light's the only thing that keeps the cold out. A lot of the lyrics are in English, but then there's one verse which is in Korean.
Yes.
And then that verse is really beautiful.
It is. It's lovely.
Yeah, it's really lovely.
Yeah, and we also forgot to say that it stars Tae's other Wooga Squad friend, Choi Woo-shik.
Yeah.
Is the main lead character. So this is another one where he's like, yeah, you're my mate. I want to sing your OST.
And the same girl from before, from Itaewon Class.
Yes.
So, moon in the summer night, whispering of the stars, they're singing like Christmas trees for us. And then we go into the chorus, which is, so I'll tell you a million tiny things that you have never known. It all gets tangled up inside. I'll tell you a million little reasons. I'm falling for your eyes. I just want to be where you are, which is really sweet.
Yeah, it's
really
lovely
sweet.
chorus. Yeah,
it's really sweet. It's such a strange thing to do. Sometimes I don't understand you, but it always brings me back to where you are. And so then there's the one Korean verse which goes, by any chance you have a side that only I know, like the first snow of a midsummer's night, an incredible miraculous moment. Someday again, even if my heart flies in the wind, I'll wait for you. So I'll tell you a million tiny things.
Yeah,
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah, I think it's really nice as well. I really like the little post-chorus. Sometimes I don't understand you. That's my favorite bit.
Yeah, I think this one's a bit more romantic than some of the others. This one's about a bit like what's the really famous One Direction one written by Ed Sheeran, that one. Yeah, the small reasons little that things. I love you, yeah, and it all gets tangled up inside is like, you know that you care about someone and you know them so well, but then there's still conflict within that and it's difficult to articulate. I think that's really beautiful. And then those little hidden Korean lyrics, they're really nice with the view of the miraculous moment and it all coming back to that one person. I really like it. I think it's better than Stigma.
Okay.
And maybe better than Singularity.
I don't think it's better than Singularity. As the OSTs go, is a good one.
Well, and you've got the vocal right as well.
Yeah.
So I think the lyrics are...
Yeah, the lyrics are better.
The lyrics are deeper than some of the others. There's less metaphor, but there's more angst.
Yeah, I think the lyrics are quite relatable.
Yeah,
I think
they've got depth.
Yeah, and they're sort of easy to relate to and understand, even if you haven't watched the drama. Because I remember being very emotional when I listened to it the first time.
A little reference to the Christmas trees that are all singing and sparkling for you.
Yeah, I don't really know why it's a show about summer, but why is it called Christmas Tree? Do you know?
There's not really any Christmas trees in the drama.
Okay.
No, I don't know. Maybe there's this big magical Christmas scene that I'm forgetting.
Do you know that?
No, but that's probably why I don't like it. It's called Christmas Tree, but it's not really Christmassy. I think I prefer, if you're going to go for Christmas songs by V, you go for Snowflower.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know Snowflower.
You make me want to be a better man.
Oh, and then they'll all come on Spotify when he does his album.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, they will.
Big hit, if you're listening, can you not just put them all on Spotify?
Just now.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Why do we have to wait?
I know, yeah.
Well, they're drip feeding us,
We will chart all the songs, don't worry.
Eventually, and they'll run out of shit to give us.
That's true.
So, yeah.
But we already have it. It's just not easy to listen to. So I would listen to it way more if I could just check out my playlist and then have it be part of my shuffle. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Do you like it? You don't like it?
She said she didn't like it because it's about Christmas. It's not about Christmas.
It's about Christmas. Well, when I googled Christmas tree lyrics, it gave me the lyrics to Oh Christmas Tree, and I was like, who needs lyrics to Oh Christmas Tree? It's so
they're not super complicated.
They're not super hard. And then I was like, imagine if we were doing a lyrics review of Christmas songs.
Maybe that's what we do for the Christmas
for the
special
Christmas
next
episode.
time.
Which one's more Christmassy?
Honestly, that's not bad. Yeah, they do have quite a few. There's also Jimmy's Christmas Love.
Oh yeah, and the Butter Dynamite.
The Christmas
holiday
remix.
The
holiday remix. Yeah,
holiday
can't
remix
forget that one
with the jingle bells.
Yeah, honestly, What a tune.
What do you think of the vocal?
I think the vocal's beautiful.
Agreed.
Yeah, he does a stellar job across both OSTs on the vocals.
He does. I think for me with Christmas Tree, it is that K-drama that's playing in. I'm a very sort of emotional driven person. And it always comes on when like the guy is in his studio like suffering with the insomnia, and he like puts it on the vinyl and it comes on and it just sets this mood, and I'm always back there now whenever it tinkles on.
Yeah.
So we did the episode a bit dirty by not watching the other K-dramas because I might have felt differently about them had we done them.
Yeah, that's true. That's just we would have had to wait years.
Years, yeah.
Years. It takes me years to watch a K-drama. All right, should we finish off this lovely chat about OSTs
with Jimin?
Yes.
So with you, this is the latest one. This one came out recently. I think this might have been my first one that I bought and streamed.
Yeah,
I think this
came
was
out 2022. Yeah. I remember we were outside doing like a barbecue or something. We had it on our Alexis inside.
It was going and going and going. Yeah. And it's a sweet one.
It is, yeah.
It's a sweet one. It was not written by Jimin.
Nope. And it's sung by Jimin and his friend Ha Sungwoo.
Ha Sungwoo, yeah.
Yeah.
It was written by Rockaberry and Jihoon, and it was produced by Song Dong-woon.
Yep.
It's the OST for a K-drama called Our Blues, which does come highly rated. I tried to watch it, but the first episode was quite slow, actually. Now I've got onto The Glory, which is sort of...
Not one with a BTS soundtrack.
Not one with a BTS soundtrack, but JK is watching it. So, Our Blues, the series follows various characters living on Jeju Island, including truck merchant Lee Dong-suk, single mother Min Son-ah, bank manager Choi Han-soo, and fish store owner Jong Eun-ee. Over the course of the episodes, we learn that Dong-suk and Son-ah were once in a relationship, while Han-soo was Eun-ee's first love. Both couples eventually reconnect, which brings up old memories of the past. So a lot of this is all of this in English? A lot of this is in English?
No, I think this is a translation. Translated here by...
BTS in the moment, who do all the V-Live translations. So it opens with, I want to be with you and I want to stay with you, just like the stars shining bright, you're glowing once more. Right here beside you, I'm still walking wherever you go. You will live forever in me, breathing deeply within me. Very cute.
Yeah.
Then the chorus goes, just take it all, I'm nothing without your love. I promise I'll never leave your love. My heart is beating because of you, forever and ever. Only you can take my heart, dear my love, love, love. I want to stay with you. Then there's a quick second verse, which is, memories are always in this room that is called the heart, full of stories with you. I too don't know where it all began, but I want to tell you all my stories.
Yeah.
Ooh. And then the chorus again.
Yeah, and
then the outro. So, I tore my heart, now I'm in the dark. Will we meet in our dreams? Breaking my heart, here we are apart. I want to stay near you. So it sounds like they sort of got together and then maybe broke up.
Yeah, I wrote that it sounds like it's about a relationship that's fallen apart, but one part at least is still very much hung up on the other part.
Jimin still wants to be with her.
Yeah, and Ha Sungwon, which I found out is Ha Sungwon was one of the first K-pop friend that Jimin made after he moved to Seoul, and he was a member of the group 101.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the same as Christmas Tree, but the whole song's in English except verse 2. In Korean. Do you like the song?
Yeah, I like the song. I like the lyrics. I like the vocal as well. I think the vocal is nice. Jimin does a good job.
Yeah.
And Sungwon,
yeah. I think their verses go together.
Yeah, they're very complimentary.
I think this song is a little boring. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it might have even been on my Wrapped because we streamed so intensely.
It was on my Wrapped, yeah.
On my Wrapped.
Yeah.
So I still don't skip it even now.
I think it might have been my second most played song or something. Because it came out quite early in the year. Maybe I overplayed it at the start. I don't skip it either when it comes on, when I just listen to random BTS songs. But I do think it's a little, I don't know. Do you like it, Tash? No? We already know you don't, but...
No.
Why do you not like it? Is it because it's about being with you, but they're not with you?
They've actually broken up with you, so I just prefer when songs are super literal. Like, if it's with you, then we should be with you, not without you. And if it's without you, why is it not called Without You?
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I just think these type of OST vibes are just not for me.
It's not awful. It's just not like my favorite song either.
Though it's not as good as like Filter.
Yes.
I don't think you'll get one like this on Face.
No.
That's fair, actually. And we did put the V and the Jim ones against them. So actually, in the scheme of Jimin's work, then maybe it's not up there.
Top tier.
I think I'd feel more drawn towards it if I'd watched our Blues as well.
Yeah. Okay. Should we call it there for our OSTs?
Part 1. Oh yeah, we've officially decided to put them in parts, so now we don't have to re-record the ending. People really liked when we did it in parts before, and it makes the editing a bit easier on Christine, so she doesn't have to go through it. It does mean you have to wait a couple of weeks before you get the awards, but we are putting out episodes more regularly now. Finish it on the OSTs. It seems like we've sort of lulled to the end.
I know.
No, I'm still hyped. I like them.
Great. Okay. Awesome.
I'll drag the energy to the end of the part.
I also like them overall. It's just when we sort of talked about doing them, I was a little worried that we wouldn't be able to relate to the lyrics in the same way because it's not written by the members and we haven't necessarily watched all the dramas. And I guess that's sort of how I'm feeling about them a little bit. It doesn't inspire the further reflection and sentiments and sort of drawing parallels and everything like that, like the rest of the BTS canon does, because you can sort of relate it to their experiences and what they would have gone through at the time, and there's a lot more writing around it, and loads of other armies have come up with their theories, etc., etc. So
I think ultimately we've realised that we can't just review normal music.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
like we couldn't go on to review Ed Sheeran.
Yeah,
that's not in our future.
And then he goes to the bar and there's Galway Girl, right?
And then they're like, oh my god, and it's in Ireland. So there's like
he played fiddle in an Irish band, but then she fell in love with an Englishman.
Oh,
yeah, wow,
can you believe it?
So deep.
We need some of the depth.
Yeah, exactly.
To get it, and maybe we needed to watch.
Maybe we should have watched the dramas, but at least now you'll know what our thoughts are, which ones we like and which ones we didn't like. And
I think they're fine. Like, we needed something for vocals and maybe for lyrics, and we need something to fill it out. And I'm glad that we spent the time with them.
They're not bad songs, it just feels a little out of context, I think. That's the problem.
Yeah, and they don't all lead to each other as well. So there's no arc or story, there's not many performances. But I'm glad that we spent time with them, because what it has given us is a sense of gratefulness for the actual albums.
Yes.
And in the words of Squishman and Yoongi, we should be grateful for what we've got when we've got it.
We should. That's true. Okay, well, thanks very much for listening to part 1. I hope it
wasn't as much of a downer for you as it feels for me.
I'll try and edit it into something succinct and non-chaotic and not downery.
Join us for part 2 when Christine will be more engaged.
Yeah. Part 2, I'm going to go on my big spring day rant, so stay tuned, guys. It will all be broken down for you. We'll call it for part 1 there, I think. Thanks so much for listening. Come back for You Never Walk Alone part 1/part 2 next time. And I've been Christine.
I've been Leanne.
And I've been Natasha, and we have been
Generation BTS.